and welcome to Potion Commotion. We are going to be making a rainbow using some density principles. You're going to need some warm water, at least 4 cups, because we're doing 4 cups in here, and it's very important that it's warm. I tried this experiment earlier. The water was cold and the sugars did not dissolve. So warm water, take that extra minute to make sure it's warm. You're going to need food coloring. You'll need 4 colors, red, yellow, blue, and green. You're going to need some regular granulated sugar. Let's see if I can turn this here. You're going to need a baster or syringe that has some measurements, and it would, if it's clear, that would be very helpful. You'll need a tablespoon measuring spoon, and a 1 cup measuring cup, and something to stir with. So in this experiment, the measurements are going to be very important, so we have to be precise. So we only need 4 glass jars for our experiment here. So we're going to measure exactly 1 cup in each jar. 1 cup of water. Now your jars can be different sizes. That doesn't matter. But your water measurement needs to be the same size, 1 cup. Oops. I spilled a little. I hope that's going to be okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. We've got our 4 jars of even amounts of water. Alright, now we're going to add our colors. We're going to start with red. Just add 2 or 3 little dots. Whoops. Red to yellow to green to blue. Okay, now the next part is going to be adding sugar. And the sugar is going to change the density of our water. Okay, so what is density? Density is how compact something is. The more sugar we add, the more dense it will be. And what happens to things that are dense? They will sink to the bottom, yes. So right now, our water has the same density for each cup, even though they're different colors. But once we add different amounts of sugar, that will change the density. And then as we pull the water up inside the syringe, we'll be able to see it stack on each other that way. Okay, so that's why we need the warm water. It will help the sugar dissolve fully. So now we're going to measure out with a measuring tablespoon. We're going to put 2 tablespoons in our red water. We're going to put 4 tablespoons in our yellow water. That's 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to put 6 tablespoons in our green water. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, and 6. And then do you know how much we're going to put in the blue water? 8. Yes, we're going up by intervals of 2. So this will be 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 2 more, 7 and 8. Okay, now we'll need to stir it up really good. You can kind of see on the bottom, there's like a cloudiness. That's your sugars. But we want it to get all the way dissolved so we don't see any more clouds. We want it to be clear. All right, we're stirring our yellow. Now our green. You want to keep stirring until it's nice and clear and there's no more little grains of sugar on the bottom of the glass. That looks good. And the last one is our blue. I remember that had the most sugar. You can almost hear it scraping on the bottom. So let's shake this up. Stir it really good. All right, still not quite clear. There we go, that looks good. All right, so now we have all our colors. So here's our syringe or our baster, and mine is in milliliters. So I've got 60 milliliters, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start with red, and I'm gonna pull it up until the line gets to 10. And that's going to be my first color. Then I'm going to put it in the next and keep pulling it up. Now if you have a traditional baster, I have one here that I couldn't use because this is not clear. You're going to squeeze it down and you're going to release the pressure to have the liquid go up into the syringe. Okay? So we're into the baster. So let's try it. So I got to get to my measurements. And I'm going to pull this up until I get to 10. All right, here we go. All right, so I have my red, and it's right at the 10 line. Now we'll pull up the yellow. And we'll pull that up until we get to 20. So now we have our two colors already. And the yellow stays there on the bottom because it's more dense than the red. Now let's do our next color. It's our green. We're going to come up to 30. Look at that. There's our green. You can still see the little bit of yellow and the little bit of red. And the last one is our blue. So we're going to come all the way up to 40. There we have our rainbow that we've made. Now you can turn it upside down and they stay in their rainbow. They're a little bit cloudy because maybe they wanted to mix a little bit, but they stay in their separate colors. You can see that.